Welcome back to Flathead High School, the back end of an exciting doubleheader. Here on SWX tonight, it's the boys due up now between Glacier and Flathead. Alongside Andy Viano from the Flathead Beacon, I'm Riley Corcoran. Thanks for joining us for the back end of this doubleheader this evening. And Andy, two teams that are in desperate need of a win. Both Flathead and Glacier come into this game 4-8, and we'll start with Glacier, the team victorious the first time. Again, another low post threat. We'll see if they can keep it rolling tonight.
Yeah, they've got a ton of shooters, but Drew England inside is the one returning star from last year's team. He's the guy that gives those shooters space on the outside, gets them good looks, and if they feed the ball through him, they'll be successful offensively.
And for Flathead, on a 5-game losing streak, they're very balanced. They can go anywhere on offense, it seems, but Blake Counts, the football star, has been the one that's emerged as of late.
Yeah, they've been looking all season for some consistent scoring. Blake Counts in double figures 2 of the last 4 games. See if he can keep that going tonight.
Both teams in desperate need of a win. One of them will walk out of the gym tonight victorious. We're about to find out. Stick with us on SWX. It's the back end of the doubleheader between Flathead and Glacier coming up next. They'll flip hoops around, start the second half. Glacier will go from left to right on your screen with a 3-point advantage, and Flathead not letting up. The aggressive defense to start, but to start this third quarter, no Gabe Adams on the floor for Ross Gustafson. Trapping in the corner, speeding up the Wolfpack a bit. There's Deck. Good extra pass, 3-pointer taken in rhythm and missed by Brett Michaels. Bodies flying on the deck, it's loose. Possession arrow will favor the Braves, and they'll get the ball back after a stop. Thoughts on Brett Michaels, a guy that came in averaging 11 points per game. He's been a little quiet maybe by his standards.
Terrific shooter, but has at times the Braves been able to take him out of the game, get him out of rhythm, and you see it there. Great offensive possession for the Wolfpack, and they get the open shot to the guy they want, but Michaels unable to knock it down. With shooters, keep shooting, and if he gets hot, they might keep falling.
Here's Counts to Seth Moon, two of the best offensive weapons in the opening half for the Braves. Their home whites, the trademark orange. Good touch pass down low to Counts. Counts double teamed on the left block, forces it up anyway, can't get it to fall, and England comes away with the rebound. Behind the back dribble, England keeps it himself, then passes it off. There's one for the highlight reel. Ethan Baines will finish.
Oh my goodness, from the big man in transition. It's a risky play, but what a highlight reel move behind the back from Drew England, and then to finish it off with a great find.
Puts his team up by 5. The quick answer will not go for the Braves, but Counts scrappy in there, gets the bucket to fall. How about that? A steal in the backcourt, and the athletic standout running back gets the bucket to fall.
And Counts scrappy. You can play that on repeat the rest of the night. He has been so tough inside.
Drew Deck penetrating. It's about 8 feet away from the basket. Instead, we'll throw it out to the right. Miscommunications as Michaels and Schwartz will collide. Schwartz near midcourt. He's guarded tightly by Ethan Vanden Bosch, who played in the JV game. Did not see him in the first 2 quarters. And a quick foul is called. This one will be against Stephen Bridges for Flathead.
And that's a good point there, because he played in the JV game, Ethan Vanden Bosch only eligible to play 1 quarter in this game. So we see Gabe Adams start the second half on the bench, and instead of Max Anderson, it's Vanden Bosch who starts in his place.
Interesting situation that Coach Gustafson has to weave his way through. Again, very thin, no Jones, no Sidarius. 3 in the corner left short. Good rebound though by Tannen Bile. Bile averages 8 boards a game. He clears it out here, and Flathead in the front court down by 3. Good feed inside, and look who it is. It's Seth Moon. 8 points now for the senior, and it's a 1-point game.
Now, Bile hasn't been scoring much tonight, but what a great find that was to see Seth Moon and get him right in stride.
England trying to answer, doing it himself, and he rattles one in from a couple feet away. 31-28. England's been all over the place tonight. Seen him run the break, score, rebound with the best of him. High off the window, and Bile will convert.
And return the favor. That time it's Moon finding Bile, and a tough finish, but gets it to go.
Back and forth we go. 3 minutes gone here in this third quarter. It's a 1-point game. The advantage to Glacier. England trying to extend it. So polished down low. Drew England on a tear.
If you get him isolated one-on-one down to the post, especially against a Flathead team that doesn't have much height, it is over. He's going to finish every time.
Over to the left side, Moon trying to slice in, now back outside to Counts in the corner. This game has been close throughout. Flathead held a narrow lead at the end of the first quarter. Moon, right-hand touch pass, three-pointer taken from the wing, missed by Bio. It looked online, just went out.
He can hit that shot. They can't leave him alone. That's one of, they don't have a bunch of shooters, but Bile and Bridges both can connect from deep.
Deck turns it over, Moon in transition, gives it off to Counts this time, who's rejected by the rim. Opportunity wasted for Flathead, and Glacier makes him pay on the other end. It's Drew Deck.
Second time today, Drew Deck finds that floater, and a tough finish. Just 5'9". He's got to find creative ways to get the ball in the basket, but he's done it a couple times.
Timely bucket from Deck. It's a 5-point game. Moon penetrates, kicks outside to Bile. Force three from Bridges in the corner, won't go. Ball is loose, and Glacier cannot corral it. Flathead gets new life.
Well, we're seeing for the first time today some hurry looks, some rushed looks. That's not a good shot from Stephen Bridges with the defender all over him. And Flathead getting maybe a little bit too quick, a little bit frantic here in the early part of the second half.
3:38 remaining. Flathead has done a nice job of not letting this game get away from them at any point, but they have to be careful here. 3-on-1 in transition. Deck over to England. That's too easy for the Wolfpack.
And if Glacier gets going in transition, you don't have to worry about that tough Flathead defense. Flathead cannot turn the ball over and give Glacier easy buckets.
Gabe Adams back into the game with those 3 fouls. Later stages of this third quarter. Danger time for Flathead. It's 37-30. One of the larger advantages the Wolfpack have had tonight. Brett Thompson over in the corner, getting it to Counts. Counts going through a couple of Wolfpack defenders, kicks outside Bridges. This time the three is good, and a much-needed answer for the Braves.
And that time he had some space to get it off, and when Stephen Bridges is open, he's an excellent shooter.
37-33. Flathead not going away. Rivalry game on their home court. Step back three, and there's another answer. KJ Johnson, who's a 48% shooter from deep, cashes in on a big bucket.
A savvy, patient play, too, letting the first defender fly by and taking his time and hitting the shot.
Back to a 7-point game. On the right wing, Bridges tucked away in the corner. They'll go to Adams, but Adams cannot tiptoe the baseline effectively, and a costly turnover. Ross Gustafson is fired up over on the sideline.
I said it a minute ago, it's a dangerous point in this game for Flathead. They've fought so valiantly, stayed right with the Wolfpack. Now Glacier's getting going offensively. They've found some different things, and a couple buckets here, and it could get away from the Braves.
Seems the difference, just maybe 1 or 2 more weapons for Glacier, and they're utilizing them here, especially during this run. Deck, top of the circle, looking to go over to the right. Michaels thinking about the three, goes into some traffic instead. Good pass to England. Left elbow jumper is good. Largest lead of the game is now 9 for the Wolfpack, 42-33. And Flathead, the worst possible time, will turn it over. Drew Deck, eyes peering towards the basket, behind the back dribble, into a triple team. Kicks outside, this would be huge, and instead a woefully left short three-pointer. That was almost a dagger shot with 1:20 in the third. If that goes in, it's huge. We'll take a timeout with Ross Gustafson. With 1:20 left in the third quarter, the Wolfpack have opened up a 9-point lead here at Flathead.